Good morning, students. This is second lecture on your first poem, A Photograph by Shirley Tolson. In the first stanza, we come to know that when poetess Shirley looks at the photograph of her mother, it became clear to her what was the scene at that time. When her mother went with her two cousins to enjoy sea holiday, there they went paddling in the sea. Each of the cousins were holding poetess mother's hand, and she was the eldest one. At that time she was 12 or 13 years. In the second stanza, we come to know that all the three stood still to have a photograph. They were smiling for the photograph, and their hair came on their face, which shows that the day was windy. And who was taking the snapshot? Uncle. A sweet face, my mother's. The poetess states that her mother's face was sweet before her birth, which shows that uh, time brings change in physical aspect as well as mental level. And the sea which appears to have changed less, it is described that poetess mother's face has changed more as compared to the sea. Sea is the symbol of nature. It has appeared less, we can say it has not changed with the passage of time, it is just the same, but we can notice change in human body, in human structure. Washed their terribly transient feet, as footprints are made on the wet beach and are washed away by sea waves in no time. Likewise, the tide of time washes away the very existence of human being. Thereafter, now we are going to start with our next stanza. Let's start, beta. Some 20-30 years later, some 20-30 years later of that photograph. At that time, she was probably 12 years or so. After 20 or 30 years of that photograph, if we take 20, then she became 32. And if we take 30 years later, she became 42. She would laugh at the snapshot. Means here the poetess was not so sure how many years later. She would laugh at the snapshot. She here refers to poetess mother. See Betty and Dolly. After looking at the snapshot, she would say, see, look how Betty and Dolly. She would say, and look how they dressed us for the beach. Betty and Dolly, these are the names of poetess mother's cousins. Two cousins, she went with her two cousins. No, first one's name was Betty and another one was Dolly. She would say, and she would add one more thing. Look how they dressed us for the beach. Here the poetess mother is talking about the awkwardness of the dress. Actually, with the passage of time, dresses become out of fashion, है ना? At that time, when they went for the beach, when they went to enjoy the sea holiday at the beach, at that time they were awkwardly dressed. Here the sea holiday was her past. The sea holiday was her past, mine is her laughter. Beta, see to this particular line, the sea holiday was her past. When poetess mother looked at the photograph some 20-30 years later, at that time, sea holiday was her mother's past. I suppose it is clear. उस समय जब पोइटेस की मदर 20-30 years के बाद उस फोटोग्राफ को देख रही थी और ये कह रही थी, लुक एट बेटी एंड डॉली हाउ दे वर awkwardly dressed. At that time, poetess mother's sea holiday was her past. Mine is her laughter. But now, poetess is stating this thing, that at this point of time, when poetess is looking at her mother's photograph and remembering past, the past incidents related to it, at this moment of time, her laughter is her past. Whose past? Whose laughter is past? Actually, poetess mother has passed away. So, when at this present time, when poetess is looking at her mother's photograph, her mother's laughter is or has become her past. I suppose this thing is clear. उस समय जब पोइटेस की मदर उस फोटोग्राफ को देख रही थी, तो उस समय उस पोइटेस की मदर के लिए सी हॉलीडे पास था. लेकिन अभी प्रेजेंट में जब पोइटेस उस फोटोग्राफ को देख रही है अपनी मदर के और पास्ट मेमोरीज को याद कर रही है, तो इस समय पोइटेस की मदर की हंसी उसका पास्ट है. Both, it's quite an important line. Both lie with the labored ease of loss. This line is quite important for explanation. Both lie is not straight, crooked, or we can take it like difficult. Both lie with the labored ease of loss. Both labored ease of loss. Both here stands for, first of all, both here stands for poetess mother's past, that is sea holiday, as well as poetess present time. For both poetess mother and for poetess, the loss was not easy to accept. But if we talk it symbolically, both here stands for time and death. Beta, here I would like to drag your attention towards a general fact. All of you know time passes. ठीक है? It brings change. Both we can take for change and death. Now, if I talk about you, you have taken admission in 11th class, and many of you might have lost your, not in the sense of death, but many of your friends might have opted for other stream. Some have opted for medical, some have opted for non-medical, some are in commerce, arts, humanity. Both here stands for change. So it is a change which has come in your life. I suppose this thing is clear. But this change is not easy to accept. As you have as you are in different section, as you are in different stream, so it has brought a change in your life. And second thing is death. Death is inevitable, and one who is born will die. Here, both rhyme with the labored ease of laws. Shirley Tolson, with this line, wants to emphasize this thing. First of all, change. Change has come in the life of poetess mother. See Holiday. Now, when she looked at her photograph, she became mature. At that time, her face was sweet. Thereafter, after 20, 30 years later, she might have become mature. है ना? Maturity, so it is change. And death, as poetess mother is dead, she has died. So it has left poetess life with a vacuum. It means both change and death. Change came in the life of poetess mother, and death, poetess mother died. Change and death both are hard to accept. But in order to live a normal life, in order to live a comfortable life, we have to accept the things with ease. हम कई बार अपने नियर डियर वंस को खो देते हैं, लेकिन इससे काम भाई वी हैव टू एक्सेप्ट विद द पैसेज ऑफ टाइम, ऑल दो इट टेक्स टाइम, लेकिन हमें ये समझना पड़ता है दैट डेथ इज़ द पार्ट. आज कोई और गया है, कल कोई और जा सकता है, और in this present scenario it is a fact. Thereafter, now she has been dead nearly as many years as the girl lived. Now she has been dead. She has, poetess mother, she has been dead nearly as many years as the girl lived. Lived in the photograph. Poetess mother was 12 years at that time in the photograph. Now nearly 12 years have passed when she died. And of this circumstance, there is nothing to say at all. It's silence, silences. Now, of this circumstance here refers to the death of poetess mother. And what has happened because of this circumstance? Poetess is left with no one with whom she can share her feelings, with whom she can attach herself. So it has left poetess with a vacuum in her life. She is left alone. I suppose this circumstance is clear. This circumstance refers to poetess mother's death, and because of her death, a vacuum is created in her life. There is nothing to say at all. Because of poetess mother's death, there is nothing to say at all. It shows human helplessness in the matters like death. Although human beings have made much progress, still they do not have any answer to death. They do not know, or they are not able to understand the reason behind death. It's silence, silences. It is the silence of death which silences every question. Although one repents, although one cries, although one um, become melancholy, gloomy, still it is of no use. It is the silence of death which silences every question. Everyone is speechless in the matters like death. First of all, this poem in the end finishes or ends with melancholy notes. Melancholy means sad notes. It silences. It is the silence of death which silences every question. And um, the poetess is being reminiscent. She remembers the things, the incidents, the time related to her mother, as now she has lost her. Later on, we will discuss many questions as well as poetic devices related to this particular poem. Thank you, Beta. I hope you have got the idea very clearly. Thank you.